Hey, welcome to another tutorial of Python, and in this tutorial we are going to do the coding part. To do the coding part, let's go to the menu first in my Windows stand, and if you're using the Linux and Mac it should be terminal. So I'm gonna say cmd in search and it should take us to the command prompt. I'm gonna open it with run as administrator, and yes, so it should open a administrator command prompt or terminal. And right now we need to open the Python interpreter. Simply we can do the coding here. To open the Python interpreter we are gonna say Python, and if we click enter it should open the Python interpreter here. It is also showing us the version of our Python which is 3.6.2. and right now we are gonna learn about numbers in this tutorial. So what is numbers? Numbers are like numeric digits. So Python interpreter are really cool calculator. You can calculate any numerical stuff over here. I mean the things we do simply with the calculator. For example, if we say 2 plus 2. Okay, before doing that, I'm gonna say something like when you're watching this, when you're seeing this 1, 2, 3, 3 right arrows, that means that it is looking for an input from the user, which is literally me here and literally you over there. So I'm gonna calculate 2 plus 2 here, and after writing down 2 plus 2 I'm gonna click enter, and you can see that into the next line it has shown us the result of this 2 plus 2, which is 4. So you're giving the input and the interpreter calculates it and show you the result 4. So when you're showing it's showing the output, it's not gonna give any the triple right arrows anymore. Okay, we have done with the addition. We can delete something here, 10 minus 5, and click enter. It is giving us a value of 5. And we can also multiply. So to do this we're gonna say 5 into, so the asterisk symbol means into the programming languages. If you have done any other programming language, I think you are already aware of this. So I'm going to say 5 into 4. The space doesn't matter here, but be aware that Python really cares about indentation. And we are going to learn about this later on, but for now you can actually put like this or you can put a space here. So I'm going to click enter, and if I click enter, so it's showing us 5 into 4, which means 20. So right now I'm gonna do the division here. To do division, I'm gonna say 8 divided by, okay, first do a simple division like 10 divided by 5, and it is giving us a value of 2.0. So when you're dividing, that means it will always comes up with a fractional value, which is called floating value or float value into programming languages. So I want to divide one more thing, 8 divided by 5, so it is giving us a value of 1.6. So I want something here. I want this 0.6 to be removed only, and the 1 should be shown only. To do this, I'm going to say 8 double slash 5, and if I click enter, the 0.6 are not there anymore. Okay, we are done with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and yeah, let's work on something more advanced, square. So to do square, which means literally if I say to the power 2, for example x to the power 2, which is square, or y to the power 2 or y square. So I'm gonna say 5 to the power to symbolize the to the power. In Python we are gonna give 2 a star and say 5 to the power 2, so which means this one means 5 to the power 2 or 5 square, and if I click enter it is giving us the value of 5 square. So I want to show a cube value here, which is 5 to the power 3, or 5 you multiply 5 3 times, so I'm gonna say 5 to the power 3, so it should give us the value of cube. And right now we can do so many things with the to the power thing. And for example, I'm gonna say 10 to the power 10 to the power 3. And if you calculate in your brain, it should give us the value of 1000. So 10 to the power 3, if I click enter, it is giving us the value of 1000 here. Okay, we are literally done with so many things here, and we want to know a real another awesome thing in Python, which is variable. So variable, I if you go to the dictionary, which means something like a value which is changeable, but in Python it has a really deep meaning, also in other programming languages as well. So in Python, variable means it's a reserved memory in your hard disk where it can store values. So the values can be word, letters, numeric digit, anything. So if I go for example, I think it will be much more clear to you. So to do this, I'm gonna say, so you can name the variable in anything, but there are always naming convention you need to follow, which when you're gonna go ahead and learn more, you will be learning this thing more clearly. So I'm gonna take a variable, so I'm gonna name it as for example, I'm gonna name it like size. So I'm gonna saying a word size here and taking it as a variable. And to complete this, I'm gonna say equals, I'm gonna say size, my size equals 160 centimeter. I'm not 160 centimeter, I'm 178 centimeter. So this is how you declare a variable here. And if you click enter, in what is happening behind the scene? Behind the scene, your computer is taking a memory and naming it as size, and inside this memory it is storing a value of 178. Right now it is existing inside your computer memory. I want to print it out, and if I say size and click enter, it is giving us the value of 178. There are more things you can do with this. For example, I'm gonna take another value width and say width equals to 30, and I'm gonna take another value which is height, which is 40. So I'm gonna click enter here, and we have taken two variable here, width and height. And guess what, we can make a rectangle with it, right? So if you know the theory, rectangle, which means you multiply width by the height and it gives you the area of the rectangle. So we can do something here. Look at this, width multiply by height. So this is something like calculating the area, isn't it? Let's click enter, and it is giving us a value of 1200. You can store this value 1200 inside another variable. To do this, you can say area equals width into height. And if you click enter, what will be happening is like it will store the multiplied value of these two variables and will be stored inside this area. Click enter, and if we print the area right now, it is showing us the same value as this. This is awesome. I hope that you like it. So I want to say something more here as well. Like if you haven't declared any value, but you want to print out something like stretched value. And if I click enter, look at this, what happens? It is showing us an error. Name stretch value is not defined. You could have said that this can be a variable itself. No, it can't be. In Python, you have to initialize a value for the variable. It is a must thing you must do in Python. But for other programming language, you simply say the type, I mean the data type of a variable, and declare it, you don't need to initialize a value there. But in Python it's completely different. If you don't know about data type, don't worry about it. Just follow what I have taught you here. You will be fine. And in the next tutorial we are gonna learn about the strings. So I hope you like the video. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe. See you into the next tutorial.